In 2011, I jumped 2 feet into this dream. I had no idea what was going to happen next. And we grew this thing from that apartment to a little 100 square foot office, not even smaller than this area I'm standing in right now. People were buying off the street I had a little debit machine. People were coming to support us and buying our products. And throughout this time, we were going to trade shows, we were going to conferences, and we got a big break. We won a kiosk for 3 months rent-free to test market our brand to the mainstream. 3 months later, we opened up our first official location, downtown Saskatoon. It wasn't done before in this country. There wasn't a lot of entrepreneurs, First Nations, who were doing this. So we had a lot of media attention on us, and I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for interviews, and I was just trying to do my work and put my head down. All this was happening so fast, trying to figure out how to balance life, trying to balance family, trying to balance a career, trying to be part of ceremony, trying to help, transitioning everything from retail to online, and all while trying to raise a family. This is my family around this time. My son, my wife, my daughter. It's bigger than us. Where we are right now, regardless of how our faith is, what you believe, I want to tell you a teaching I was told. I didn't learn this until I was in my 30s. The elder told me, he said, everything we do, your relationship, number one, is with your faith, however you're taught to pray. God, Creator, as we say, Mamutawi mo, Utawi nan se mantu. Father of all, Creator of all. You build your relationship there, because that comes to you. Right around you is your home fire, your family, your children. You take care of them. Because the minute you leave that home fire, your security, your shelter, your nest, you are now an extension of that when you show up to work in your careers. And if you're struggling internally somewhere in your workplace, out with people, it can always be traced back to this line I just shared with you. 1, 2, 3. You're an extension of all that. We have roots to everything. So as I was going through this, I was a hamster in a wheel. I wasn't thinking like this at this time. Going as fast as I can, opening up locations nonstop, and one day I was burning out, and I had to figure out how am I going to overcome this. As time's moving on, we remembered our purpose, why we started this brand. Since the beginning of this brand, we've helped thousands and thousands of Indigenous youth taking part in sport. From the beginning of the brand, I was coaching. One of these photos right where the blue is, that was our first team I ever coached. I was a club coach for them. As time got on, I got too busy, and I started to delegate, started working with other partners. We've also helped hundreds of Indigenous youth through post-secondary bursaries during our time of running Indigifund. This opportunity allowed me to meet some of the world's famous leaders. King Charles, giving him a medallion back in 2012 when he came to Regina. Getting a chance to get consulting, get some coaching from Damon John from Shark Tank. Meeting a previous prime minister, getting a chance to advise them during a private roundtable, and also gifting them a medallion. Our medallions are a form of leadership. We use them for either honoring, or if you notice someone wearing it, they're usually in a leadership role of some sort. Oftentimes you'll see leaders in the community. When they're out off the reserve, they'll wear stuff like that, regalia. So this moment here, Johan and his family created a profound impact in allowing me to be in this room here today with you. Sometimes the most random acts of kindness, treating each other right, can have tremendous ripple effects on this world. It brought me here with you. I want to share you, this next slide I'm going to share with you happened less than 2 weeks ago. You are probably wondering whatever happened to Johan. So, Johan became a very busy person as well. He moved to Winnipeg. his family, he raised a family there. 4 children. He has double me, or same age, busy guy. And throughout his time, he ran into his own struggles. And I reconnected with him in the last year. We were talking on the phone. He came to Saskatoon. We had some coffee, reconnected. But most recently, we really started to build our friendship together again. We both got so busy. We forgot it. We forgot the power of having friends and checking in with each other. My last engagement in Winnipeg, I reconnected with Johan. And I said, Johan, we got to take a photo, man. No one's going to believe this. So we're in the lobby. He's a firefighter in Winnipeg now. And during our supper, he was telling me about some really hard times he was going through. He said, as he was feeling emotional, he said, you know what, Kendall, I had no idea what my family was doing for you, how we were helping you. It just wasn't registering for me as a kid. We were just kids playing. I had no idea. I had no idea how much the things that we did for you would help you in your life. Here we are, over 20 years later, sitting here as parents now, and you're the one helping me. I was like, man, damn, that really hit me. We just never know the impacts on how we treat each other, what that can do for this person sitting beside you, the person you only meet one time in your life, that client you meet maybe 1 or 2 times, your children's friends, your teammates. At the end of the day, we're all human beings. At the end of the day, it's our duty to try to help each other as best as we can.